Hey guys, it's Logic, and I'm bringing you guys a crazy BG video where I do an insane amount of damage. Now, if you haven't already, please drop me a like, comment, and subscribe to my page for more. I do plan on making a video a day, so any kind of feedback I can get helps. In this game, I do over 2 billion damage, which is a lot compared to the other people in it. I mean, I know you really shouldn't compare to others, but yeah, the second place guy did around 900 million, and I did over 2 billion. So I'm rolling into Lumber Mill right now, and I see Horde everywhere. And right now, I'm just going crazy. This is your dream scenario as a Druid. Here, I'm just putting my dots on everybody to get those rolling, and really, I'm just saving my power bar for a massive starfall because they're all clumped up. And here is where I drop my massive starfall, which gives me some really fat numbers, and it's absolutely insane how much damage we can still do as a Druid. After the 7.0 pre-patch, everybody was talking about how broken Druids are because of the nerf to starfall. But you do need to take into consideration that they took out the Eclipse bar, which makes it one of the easiest specs in the game. But at the time of this recording, it was less than a week after the 7.0 pre-patch, so everything is still subject to change. So now, as you can see, I'm just redotting everybody up, and then a rogue opens on me. I could have trinketed, but I had bark skin, and I saw he DFA'd me, so I wanted to get away from him, so I just push him back, and then I drop another starfall. And at this point, I'm not really concerned about the rogue, but I do see he's kind of far away from his group, so I turn and try to put some damage into him. Now, I really shouldn't have trinketed that, but you know, I wanted to get over to the other side and see if there was any low health horde over there. But in general, you just want to make sure everybody's dotted. Now, you can start a single target rotation once you have everybody dotted, but I recommend for anything over 5 or 6, you just stick to keeping them dotted. I completely own this priest by launching him off the cliff. Now, all of my dots are going to fall off soon, so I'm just going to throw a few more, and then I'm going to look for another big starfall. And as you'll see in a second, everybody is absolutely melting from my dots, and I silenced this priest along with everybody else around him. And now my number one priority is to redot everybody. I drop another starfall because I'm almost capped on my resource bar, and I push forward to try to dot the guys in the back. I do see this guy is getting pretty low, so I decided to throw him a few heals before getting back onto my dot rotation. But I guess it really upset them because they turn and try to global me, but they have no luck with that. So I'm just going to finish these guys off, and then some reinforcements come. So now I'm just going to redot everybody up and look for another starfall. I'm also going to push back and then try to get some pressure going before I can move forward again. And these rogues, man, I don't know why, but they just do not like Druids. I guess it's because of the whole fairy fire thing, but whatever. So now that this warrior's hitting on me, I want to try to fake his pummel and root him, but he ends up kicking me on it, and I'm just going to go back to dotting everybody up while I'm silenced. And when I come out of the silence, I'm going to root the rogue, and I'm going to root the warrior, and then I'm going to continue to spread my dots again. My incarnation is coming off cooldown in a second, and we have some pressure going, so now is a really good time to push forward. So I pop incarnation and I start single targeting these warriors. I throw out 2 star surges, which gives me 2 procs of each lunar and solar empowerment. So right now I'm just going crazy on them. I'm basically just trying to finish them off so that I can continue to another base. Now right here there's a bunch of horde trying to get out of here because they know that they've lost, and I'm just trying to dot them up because that's just some quick free damage. One of the warriors stays behind to try to delay our team as long as possible, so we're trying to kill him really quickly. And right now I'm trying to get to the other base to keep my damage rolling. Here's the scoreboard. I'm doing over 700,000 already, and we just started. I'm going to head down. I see this priest right here. He's a healer, so I really want to pick him off before we can get to the base and get any help from his team. So thanks to the people with me, we finish him off pretty quickly. There's a rogue and a hunter with me, so I know that we have peels, so we're just pushing into farm right now. And as I can see, there's only a monk here, so I'm getting in his face, I'm putting damage into him, and then a rogue pops out. Now, when the rogue pops out, I have 2 choices. I can go on the monk, or I can stay on the rogue. Well, he pops shield, so right now I'm just onto the rogue, and then another rogue pops out. So I'm just putting my dots on everybody, trying to keep the monk, you know, sort of pressured so that we can try to get these rogues dead before reinforcements show up. Now, I silence this monk, and my partners kill one of the rogues. The other rogue is still very low, but at this point I'm more concerned about the monk healing, so I'm just going to push in, get my dots rolling on the priest that just walked in, and I'm going to try to interrupt that priest as much as I can before he can get heals off on everybody. So we get the kill on the monk, and now my attention is on the priest. I dump all of my energy into him, start my single target, getting him pretty low. My partners are doing a good job with the other guys, so I'm just trying to 1v1 him. Now, for some reason, the rogue tried to switch to me. He didn't stun me, but the warrior did, and luckily we finished him off with either dots or somebody else killed him. I'm not really sure, but I know that there's a warrior here now, and I see this mage behind me, so I'm in trouble. I'm going to toss a few heals on myself. I'm getting ready to blink away, go defensive, and just pretty much try to stay alive. I know we're not going to catch that base. We could have if we killed them quickly, but we just didn't get it done in time. So the mage follows me over here, and he wants to 1v1 me. I really wanted to burst him down quickly, but I had to spend a lot of my globals on healing, so I just couldn't get it done. The hunter and the rogue that were with me died, and I can see his team coming now. So I'm going to turn around and try to retreat to blacksmith, but I realize that we don't even have blacksmith, so I'm pretty much dead at this point. All I can really do is keep their attention, you know, try to pull them away and just waste their time. Skip ahead 20 seconds and we're coming back down from lumber mill. I see a lot of people at blacksmith, so I decide to go to farm. There's a rogue right here. I try to dot him up before he can stealth, but I think he cloak vanishes. So now we're on the monk. I pop incarnation, I silence him, I start throwing my dots on him, and I'm trying to get him low. He does get away, so I switch to the rogue. We get the rogue pretty much to 1% health, and then he gets the big shield from the monk, so I just switch back to the monk. My partners can finish the rogue off. We probably could have finished him off quicker if I would have stayed on him, but now my attention is on the monk. So I'm just tunneling the monk, trying to get some pressure going. They kill the hunter that's with me right now, and the rogue comes over to peel me. At this point, it's starting to look like we're in trouble, so I'm going to kind of peel back, start throwing some heals. There is no healers here. There's only one shadow priest with us and a rogue, so we're in trouble. They have 2 healers, and we have no healers, so right now I'm just playing really defensive. I'm about to blink away and start throwing some heals on myself. The rogue decides not to follow me. It decides to stay by the flag, which is pretty smart. So I try to come back in and throw my dots out really quick, but the priest turns and starts doing some really chunky damage to me, which I really can't take right now. So I just kind of run back, try to heal up a little bit, and then there's a shaman that shows up. So we're completely outnumbered at this point. It's 3 versus like 6, and right now I'm just trying to get some damage out, trying to, you know, wait for my teammates, which they just start coming right now. So now I'm looking to put some offensive pressure out. The warrior charges in, and, you know, I just try to put some damage into him before he can get healed from the priest or the monk. I don't think they followed us over here, so he's pretty much by himself. We finish him off pretty quickly, and then my team starts to push forward. Now, nobody that joined us in this fight is a healer, so we're still kind of, you know, behind. So I'm just going to play really defensive still. I'm going to stay back, get dots on whoever I can connect with, and just play really defensively in general. Now, this mage does stun me, and out of reaction, I trinketed, and I silenced him because I was angry, but I probably shouldn't have done that. So now they've pushed us up to the choke point, up to lumber mill, and I'm starting to notice that my team is starting to slowly go away. So I'm just going to pull back. I'm going to try to kite back all the way to lumber mill. Any kind of instant procs are nice. I don't want to stop to cast, really. I'm just basically kiting, keeping heals up. I'm going to blink up there, and I'm basically going to reset the fight at the flag. Once I see I have some friends with me right now, I know I can turn around and start, you know, putting some more pressure out. They're already really pressured. They're almost at like 30%, and that's just from my dots. You know, just keeping dots up alone will rot them away pretty quickly. This mage realizes he's in a bad situation and tries to blink away. At this point, I know the warrior is pretty much dead, so I just want to chase the mage. I shoot 2 star surges into him, hoping that it'd kill him, but he blocks the second one, which saves him. And there's a paladin and a shaman there just healing him. Now, at this point, I should have just turned around and went back to lumber mill and reset the fight, but I wanted to stay in do some damage, hopefully, and then kite back, which turned out really bad for me. I pop Incarnation, and then I instantly get hodged, and they kill me inside the hodge, which completely wasted my Incarnation. So skip forward 30 seconds, and here I am at farm. Once again, they're all clumped up, so I want to spread all my dots and look for a big starfall soon. I'm just going to try to target mostly the DPS right now. The healers can't handle it when there's like 5 of them rotting away. So I'm just going to keep my dots up on everybody and just try to get as much pressure as possible. And I just want to say, this is like the best situation you can possibly have as a balanced druid, where there's like 10 enemies and none of them are even focused on you. You're free to do whatever you want. Your damage is absolutely insane. Now our team starts to retreat, so it's a good idea to follow them. So I start pulling back, you know, dotting everybody on my way. Now in a second, something really bizarre happens and I really can't explain it. Right here I just throw, you know, some heals onto this monk, try to help him out. And I'm just throwing my dots up and I'm playing very defensive. I'm ready to go to lumber mill if I have to. But they kill the monk, and then they like instantly mount up and start running the blacksmith. I mean, I don't really know why, you know, besides winning the game, but any other BG, they would have all chased me down and kind of tunneled me. So it was really bizarre. So I start to follow them, and then I have this thought in my mind of, well, maybe farm is undefended now. But I realize, you know, for the video, you guys would probably want to see me do the damage. So I see my team coming with me, and that's a good thing. It's a great idea to always play with the team. I blink in, I start throwing my dots onto the shaman, and he tries to hex me, but for some reason doesn't, which is good for me. I silence the mage, and he unintentionally alter times it, which is pretty pro. I throw down a starfall, I see this warrior's on me, and, you know, right now I'm going to play back because I know I have a few people on me. The warrior is all up in our face, so I'm going to put some single target into him to try to get him to back off a little bit. And I see this shaman. This shaman is throwing some major lava bursts into me right now, and I drop down really low. Unfortunately, I'm right next to this hut, and I turn around and I blink into the hut, and I get really lucky with that health buff. So right now I'm just line of sighting, trying to heal up a little bit. I see this warrior out of the corner of my eye, but he doesn't engage, so that was pretty good. So now I'm on the other side of the group. They're all grouped up, and I'm just throwing my dots out on everybody. I'm really low health. I'm in a bad situation. I know that, but right now I'm in a damage glory hole, if you want to call it that. So I'm just putting some single target into this mage. In hindsight, I should have just threw my dots out, but I really wanted to kill him because he was pissing me off, and I really was not expecting him to block. Playing the game, I did not realize he blocked because he was behind that tree, and I didn't see the animation. But right here, we're in trouble. I'm trying to blink away. I should have just kept running, but the warrior charged me. I try to throw some dots out, and he does kill me right here. Let's fast forward to about 30 seconds later. This is the end of the game pretty much. They've won, and I'm just trying to get some extra damage out. Might get a big starfall, I don't even really remember. Throw some heals onto that guy. And for this video, I really wasn't trying to win the BG. I was just trying to bring you guys some kind of cool boomkin play. I'm not the best player by any means, and there's the scoreboard, over 2 million damage. If you liked the video, please give it a fat like, comment, subscribe, and if you didn't like it, give it a dislike. It's always positive to me. And until next time, guys, peace.